safe. Now look to the right, you'll see a female greater kudu, and I know it's a girl because there are no horns. Male's horns can grow to be 71 inches long. Oh, there's another kudu, another female. Kind of looks like a deer, but they are antelope. We're going to head towards the Safi River. So best chance to see some hippos. Hippos at birth weigh about 85 pounds. And a mature male will tip the scale at about 5,000 pounds. Hippos are perfectly suited to live in the water because their eyes, ears, and nose are all situated on the top of their head. So they can check out what's going on around them but still stay under the water. Look over here to the left. I think you'll see a bloat of hippos. When I see them in a group like this, I always think they look like big old baked potatoes floating around in the water. Now, the birds on the island are pink-backed pelicans. Their backs will turn pink during the mating season. Their eggs will incubate in about 30 days. We're going to make our way around the bend towards a pretty unpredictable bridge. The reason I bring that up is the animals that live underneath the bridge are Nile crocodiles. They are ectothermic. They open and close their mouths to regulate their body temperature. They also open and close their mouths to eat. They look, well, just a bit hungry to me. Then we'll ride on up this hill. We're leaving the forest, entering the savanna, an entirely different ecosystem with many different animals. Speaking of different, just up ahead is an ancient baobab tree. Kind of looks like somebody planted it upside down. Those are the branches, not the roots. Only gets leaves, about 3 months out of the year. This is the most amazing view of the savanna, part of the Serengeti grasslands. Now it stretches for hundreds of miles across East Africa. It acts like the super highway for millions of migrating animals every year. It really is all part of the wild Africa we're all trying to conserve. Off in the distance, I see some Maasai giraffes. They have a jagged, irregular spot pattern. Looks like a baby giraffe out there. And most people know that giraffes are the tallest animals in the world, which they are. What you might not know is they only sleep 30 minutes a day. The rest of the time they're either eating or searching for food. Over here on the left are some wild African dogs. Now they're also called painted dogs. They are about 80% more successful at hunting than a pride of lions. And that's because they are so athletic that they can literally run an animal until it's so exhausted it just gives up. Lions, well, they just don't have that kind of stamina. They don't catch what they're after right away. Well, they usually go hungry. Right now there's an animal out in front of one of the trucks that's in front of us. But at least we got something interesting to look at.
It's one of those bowls that you saw at Sanaa. Remember with the big giant horns and things like that? They pop blood into their horns and go out.
Road ranger to the rescue.
These are Ankoli cattle. They are a sign of wealth in Africa. They're never ever used for meat. They're a status symbol. The more cattle you own, the wealthier you are. The mounds of earth that you see dotted throughout the savannah are termite mounds. They bake in the hot African sun where they become hard as concrete. Elephants will use them as a scratching post, and when they wear them down, antelopes stand on them, look towards the tall grass full of predators that might be hiding. And the gray animals over here are white bearded wildebeest, one of Africa's largest migrations. They will migrate sometimes in the millions. And the word wildebeest is Afrikaans for wild beast. The Afrikaan people gave them that name because of the menacing look. A group of giraffes is called a tower. And looks like we've got a Hartman Mountain zebra coming towards us. And zebra stripes are unique to each animal, just like our fingerprints. No true zebra has exactly the same stripes. Oh, look at that little giraffe. Probably only a couple of months old. This year we had 2 babies born to the tower. A year and a half ago we had 5 babies. So you will see some shorter giraffes that are still pretty young. And a little antelope with the black racing stripe are springbok. And they will spring into the air to get away from predators. It's called pronking. They leap into the air to look like their legs are attached to pogo sticks. Oh, somebody's running for Mom. Mom left you in the dust.
Oh.
Yeah, that's that's what's happening. Mom left you in the dust. Probably looked up and said, "Whoa, where the heck is Mom?" that was cute. Here's the springbok, and of course here's a larger herd of white-bearded wildebeest.
It's early. They let them in.
And we're going to head towards the very edge of elephant country. A lone elephant by itself is almost always a male elephant. Group of elephants generally are adult females and their babies. We've got a male elephant. They live on the outskirts of the female herd. They don't join the female herd until it's, well, time to find a friend. So the biggest threat to elephants are humans. And they hunt elephants for their tusks. They're also moving into their habitat in very large numbers. And with the destruction of elephant habitat, puts both humans and elephants into dangerous situations. Many things we can do to help. We can support and join conservation organizations. Bridge coming up has been quite a challenge to get across, so here's my advice. Hang on. I've got my steering wheel to hold on to. You've got each other. Looks like we're going to make it this trip. Just in case, let's get out of here before something happens. Looks like we've come across some red clay. Elephants will occasionally eat small amounts of this clay. It actually gives them beneficial minerals. Oh, there's a baby elephant right there. Anytime you'll see elephants throwing dirt, mud, and sand up on their back, and they do that because they sunburn so easily. That's their way of protecting their skin. Kind of acts like a natural sunscreen. We've got a flock of greater flamingo. It pink oval flamingos. Coloring comes from the keratin in the brine shrimp that they eat. You'll see some flamingos with brown feathers. Those are actually baby flamingos that haven't quite matured yet. When they do mature, those pink feathers will grow in. And they don't lose the dark feathers, it's just that the pink ones kind of outweigh the gray, black, brown ones.
I know.
Yeah.
Looks like we've had some white rhino activity through here. You can tell by the mud hole. At one time, they were Africa's greatest success story. Sadly, they no longer are. Ruthless poachers hunting them for their horns. Yeah. Many things we can do to help. We can support and join conservation organizations. Now, I do see a cheetah walking around up here on the left. And they have the ability to run 60 miles an hour, but only for short periods of time, a couple of 100 yards. They're daytime hunters, and they are the only large cats that purr, just like a house cat.
Like you see this ridge, and behind it, big east road, they can't get across. That's why they're always up there in the woods.
Rock formation up ahead is called Kopi. It's a good vantage point for large cats, like the lion. And the female lions do the majority of the hunting. The male, well, he's kind of like the house husband. Kind of takes care of the family while the girls go out and get his dinner. Oh. And he's roaring right now.
Wow, what's it doing?
He's behind the rocks.
Yeah, just so he's back.
It's not real. Oh, I see him too, yeah.
Oh, he came out.
Oh,
Oh, look, there's a female.
there's his lady friends.
See him on the rocks.
She's asleep.
Both of them.
He's walking up there.
Over here on the right, you'll see the crush of white rhinos.
There's a rig.
Now, we do have an active breeding program for white rhinos. We have 5 females and 1 male. We're hoping that by next winter, we have a bunch of baby rhinos running all over the place.
He like it.
But you know what that depends on? Depends on whether the girls like him and he likes the girls. And oh, there he is. Look at how handsome.
Wow, that's a good shot. He's like, go get my breakfast. Wow, that was
The warthog burrows here at the hillside. They're got by the largest burrowing mammal. Warthogs will dig their own burrows, but once in a while, they'll steal somebody else's. There's a crash of white rhinos. We also have some ostrich eggs on the ground, the largest eggs laid by a bird. Each egg weighs, well, 2 to 3 pounds each. Up here is wooden posters up ahead. That is an indication that our journey is coming to an end. But this isn't just any wooden post, it's a special one. They are caring for a herd of Nigerian dwarf goats, which are milk goats. And they're caring for them so that they can give the milk to the people that live in Harambe.
Aw.
This way they have the opportunity to use the milk and or sell it. And the ones are hoping that this will make them less reliant on wildlife. You see, the goal of conservation is to balance the needs of humans and the needs of animals. If we can achieve that balance, well, then really everybody wins. And that's what we're striving for here on the reserve.
You want to get out?
I do want to thank you for choosing Killimanjaro's forest today. Best safari outfit in East Africa. Folks who like the animals we just saw, head on over to Pangani Forest Trail. You've got western lowland gorillas, colobus monkey. My personal favorite would be those naked mole rats. I don't know how you can resist a naked mole rat. And I do encourage you to get involved in conservation. Pretty easy to do. All you have to do is recycle. Recycle, reuse, repurpose.